What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Stocks with Mike and Tom show. We have a lot to talk about in today's video. We saw GameStop and AMC fly up, while the market overall had a pretty choppy and volatile day. In today's video, we're going to be going over the best plays to watch out for this week. And at the end of the video, we have a $5.7 million options trade that expires this Friday. We have a ton of great plays in today's video, so make sure to stick around to the end. And if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe. We post brand new videos every single day. But Tom, what's going on in the market today? I saw GameStop and AMC kind of went crazy. GameStop's up around 13%.
Yeah, these stocks are really moving, and we've been talking about this over the past few days, and people are really anticipating another short squeeze. And man, with what's going on, I would not be surprised at all. We're honestly seeing insane movement out of both stocks, GameStop and AMC both. And like you said, GameStop was up 12.9%. Let's see, AMC closed up around 7%. They failed to break out today above 1439, which poses a good intraday high on AMC. But man, overall, both of these stocks have been just amazing. And I think if we see another short squeeze, I think that GameStop and AMC are going to be just amazing. I mean, man, we can go look at these daily charts and see how far off from highs GameStop still is. I mean, we're still under $200. And it looks like the last time we popped up a few months ago, we hit around 300, 350 at the high. So really watch out. I think that there might be a lot of movement coming into these stocks, and it just looks like a pretty good setup here. And plus, like with all this volume coming in, we're really seeing a lot of people like really hype this one up again. So hopefully this can start to squeeze back up.
So I was looking at the Discord stock bot, and it said that GME has around a 20% short float, which is still relatively high. It's not around 100% like it was back in January, but it's still a respectable number. But if we look at GME, like you pointed out, it's starting to run up, right? It has some hype on it. I'm just seeing more people talk about it, and it was up a good amount today. So what resistance levels are you watching for tomorrow? I know 200 is a pretty big psychological level, like in general, and I know that it bounced off that level a lot in the past, but like, what are you watching for tomorrow?
Yeah, it looks like that somewhere right around 185 could be a very good resistance tomorrow. Looks like it hit that a few times in the past. If you want to go a little bit, let's just say a little bit more defined, you could say like 184, but somewhere really between like 184 and 185 seems like a great time, a great level. And honestly, it's up so much today that we might see a little pullback, or we might see some consolidation tomorrow. We can see just a few days ago on Thursday, whenever GameStop was popping up, you can see it had a little consolidation day after, and then popped up on Monday, which was today. So don't be surprised if we see it maybe go flatter or slightly down, but just be ready. It's probably going to be a very volatile stock. And if it does keep running like up above 185, it's going to be a great move.
I mean, either way, this thing has a ton of power in its tank. So if it does start to run up, like, in the past when it's done that, it literally exploded. And when I say that, I'm looking specifically on like February 24th, and went basically straight up again on March 8th and March 9th. So just watch out, guys. It has a lot of power when it does run up. Be careful, though. Overall, it's definitely a very volatile stock. But what else happened in the market today?
Yeah, there's actually a lot of policy changes coming out of the CDC right now. And specifically, a lot of it has to do with like wearing masks. And, whether you like masks or not, apparently the CDC says that they're not really going to require customers who are vaccinated to wear masks inside of a lot of stores or a lot of establishments. And we're seeing Chipotle, Starbucks, CVS, Target, all those companies won't require customers who are already vaccinated to wear a mask. And I don't know how they're going to tell if you're vaccinated or not. I don't know if you're going to have to show them a card or what, or you can just, I don't know, but either way, it looks like that they're doing that. Also, Walmart, Costco, Trader Joe's are also doing this, but it's just one of those weird situations where we're just seeing, the economy start to open up a little bit more. And like I said, they're only doing this for people who are vaccinated. And so it's supposed to just be a good thing for reopening. And it didn't really affect the markets too much today. We can see the SPY was pretty choppy to just almost flat overall. It hit a pretty good resistance around like 417.50 on Friday. And, we were just pretty flat today. So overall, it didn't really help the market that much.
Very interesting. And then I know that there's a lot of talk with Tesla right now. So it is down significantly from its all-time high. And I heard there was some news with Michael Burry. What's going on there?
Yeah, Tesla's looking actually terrible, hitting off of a bunch of resistances and falling really below like this key trend line not looking good. It's just in a very bearish setup. And Michael Burry, a report actually came out today from CNBC that Michael Burry of The Big Short revealed a $530 million bet against Tesla. And as of March 31st, he owned 8,001 put contracts with an unknown value, strike price, or expiry according to the filing. And man, it's just, that's a lot of money, $530 million bet against Tesla. I'm not sure if this is his biggest bet yet. I don't remember how big the bet was in The Big Short, but this is a really crazy bet here. Honestly, like Tesla, it looks like it's in a pretty bearish setup. I'm not sure if he's still holding these or not. It looks like he is, but at least as of March 31st, he had 8,001 put contracts. So that's just an insane thing to see. And honestly, Tesla's not looking good. It keeps going down, and hopefully for his sake, it keeps going down. But man, I kind of hope it hits support and goes back up.
Oh gosh. So, looking at Tesla, they are a powerhouse. A lot of people say that they are way too overvalued, and then some people say that Tesla is way undervalued. So I know that there's a lot of different opinions on it, but either way, this is definitely a pretty interesting catalyst. We have, he's definitely a respectable, respectable investor and trader, you can say, and he's definitely putting a good amount of money into this trade, around $500 million. So I'll definitely have my eyes on Tesla. Like we said, he has been in this trade for a little bit now, so keep that in mind. But Tom, is there any other major news for tomorrow?
There is some pretty key earnings I just wanted to highlight really quick. And some of these stocks have been doing pretty well this year, specifically Home Depot tomorrow morning. I'm going to be very interested to see what happens with lumber and just like really what they report, because man, with lumber prices being so high, I think that they might report some pretty good earnings. Like obviously, I think that I've heard of like Home Depot selling out of lumber, number one. And then number two, the prices are just so high right now. So just watch out. I think Home Depot might have a good day tomorrow, but at the same time, they're up so much that they might still fall on these earnings. So just keep that in mind, because these earnings have been kind of nuts over the past couple months. And if we go to Home Depot's chart, you can really see how overextended they are. And they have started to pull back here over the past couple of weeks.
Alrighty, well, let's get right into our member of the day and then the momentum plays. Today's member of the day is Christina G. Thank you so much, Christina, for all the support on YouTube. Comments really help grow our channel. And Tom and I just want to say thank you for all the support. We really appreciate it. But let's get right into the momentum plays for tomorrow. And with the first one, we have DDS. So this stock exploded today. DDS, it's up around 13%. And that's after it pulled back from its highs. So this one's definitely a runner overall. Tom, what levels should we be watching?
Yeah, with Dillard's, go ahead and watch for it to break above 152.20 tomorrow. And like you said, this was just an insane runner out of this stock.
All right, with the next one, we have AAL.
American Airlines, go ahead and make them break above 23.50, which they hit in after hours.
All right, and then with the last one, we have Zoom to the upside.
Yeah, Zoom actually looks pretty nice. Make them break above 312, and I think this one's my favorite one out of the three.
All right, so we are eyeing DDS, AAL, and Zoom for potential day trades tomorrow, only if they break above the levels Tom listed. But now let's get right into the $5.7 million options trade that expires this Friday. And we are looking at GME. We are looking at the GME 200 strike call options that expire this Friday, May 21st. So these options are far out of the money, about $20 out of the money. They are weeklies. And this one, I'm just going to say super neutral on, because like they're pretty far out of the money, but at the same time, like it's a weekly call option. We have GME running up, so I'm definitely neutral on it, but it has a lot of potential. You know what I mean? Like, especially with the way GME is moving today and with the way it's moved in the past, I wouldn't be surprised like if we see some crazy volatility out of this one.
Yeah, I would not be surprised either. I don't know what to think. Like you said, I just have to be neutral on it and just kind of look at what the stock does over the next couple days, because I think that's going to be the main indicator of how this position was taken. And obviously, like if we see them get out or something like that at a certain time, it'll be a good thing to see. But man, I hope it goes up for them if they got calls, because that's a lot of money into GameStop. And at the same time, man, if GameStop pops, I mean, those calls could they could honestly have a ton of profit if they were long those. So man, if we do see a pretty big squeeze and GameStop really hits like 200 tomorrow or over the next few days, man, I think those calls are going to really explode, and it's going to be a pretty big winner for them. And overall, it might be a pretty big gamble for them though, just given what GameStop is, but hopefully they see a lot of good numbers coming in.
Alrighty, well, let's get right into our questions from the previous episode. And with the first question, we have TV saying, "Hey, Mike and Tom, what are your thoughts on QQQJ for the next 10 years?" So, this is like the next generation NASDAQ ETF, QQQJ. I was looking into their holdings. They're holding a ton of information technology stocks, which is kind of expected. I know that they're holding CrowdStrike. It's one of their big holdings. Overall, I like them. They're holding some pretty good stocks. Yeah, I like them overall. I like Zoom, DraftKings, Enphase, Redfin, Palantir as well.
Yeah, I think that this stock will do pretty well. I like you said, I like the individual stocks a little bit better than this ETF, but overall seems like a pretty good one, especially with some of those holdings that you said. And I just think that for the longer run, anything like that is gonna do pretty well, I think.
All right, so we had so many questions talking about AMC. So, Tom, we got to check it out. AMC, I know we talked about it a little bit in the beginning of the video, but it was up around 7.5% today. Not as much as GameStop, but AMC still had a respectable up day, and it has momentum, has some relatively high volume. Like, Tom, you got to give us some levels. What levels should we be watching for tomorrow?
Yeah, in our live stream this morning, we were talking about this and we saw it really hit this upper level around 1438 and then come right back down. And it just failed to break above that all day long. And I'm not saying 1438 is the exact top here, but at least you can see it came really close to that in the past and went back down over the past 3 days. Hopefully tomorrow, if we break above 1438, it's going to be an amazing move out of AMC. And man, like I said, 3 days in a row, it's failed to break above this level. So if we break above that tomorrow, it's going to be a pretty good play. And honestly, like with what's going on, I would not be surprised if we saw it happen. And if it happens in pre-market, then definitely watch it at market open because it might have a pretty good bounce.
Alrighty. So one thing to keep in mind with like GameStop and AMC is like the more they run up, like it's normally like causes even more buyers to come in because then everyone's talking about it, and then like when they're running up, they get on like the high of day scanners and all that good stuff. So either way, they're pretty risky, but they have a lot of potential for tomorrow. And both GameStop and AMC are creeping up, so just definitely keep them on your radar. But then with the next question, we have Daniel saying, "Hey guys, can I get your thoughts on LEDS?" So LEDS, they are popping up. They ran up around 2.5% today. Over the past month, they've been doing extremely well. They went from $3 all the way up to highs of 13. I think they look good. It's not really a play for me. Their max weekly chart looks absolutely terrible. So I definitely would not hold it for the long term. I see that they've had some reverse splits in the past too. So for the short term, it could be a decent trade. It's just not for me.
Yeah, I think it's just pretty worrisome with those reverse splits and with everything going on. Like you said, it could be a pretty good day trader, maybe like a couple day hold, but that's about all I do with it.
Gotcha. Do you have any like support levels or like anything on this one?
Yeah, I mean, there's actually a pretty good support around $6. It looks like. I think that would be a pretty good level. It looks like we hit off that a couple days ago. Now we're going back up. Let me go like intraday here on this longer 15-minute, and let's like see if I can find a pretty good. Yeah, it looks like there's a pretty good upper resistance around $12 as well as $11. So honestly, it looks like just a pretty good play. Like if you break $11, then make it break 12, then make it break 13. I think that looks like the pretty good way to play it. But honestly, it looks very volatile and looks like it'd be a pretty hard one to trade, to be honest. So just be pretty careful with it. We can see, for example, on this day, it rocketed up, it opened, and then just exploded all the way back down. And it's just a very volatile stock, to say the least.
Gotcha. Well, Tom, what stocks are you watching for tomorrow? What are some of your favorite ones?
Man, I know that GLD has been popping. This has been awesome, going up a lot lately. I'm not sure if this is due to fear coming in the market or inflation or what's going on, but man, it just seems like a lot of money is cycling into a lot of these metals like gold and silver. I'm also going to be watching Home Depot, which has to do with the commodities with lumber as well. If we go look at slash LBS on the daily chart, let me get to that 1 year daily really quick. Yeah, you can see how much it's up this year and how much it's starting to pull back right now. And it's just worrisome. If we see Home Depot have a bad outlook or something, they would tank down. Or if they have great numbers because lumber's up or something, then they might fly up. We'll just have to see what happens. But I think that Home Depot is going to be just really fun to watch in the morning. And then honestly, I'm still watching the SPY. It's trying to come back up today. It was just like a little doge, like consolidation day. Didn't really move too much. So honestly, it looks like we're going to try to pick a direction like over the next couple days.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you want to trade with Tom and I every single day and get access to our bots, you can click the first link in the description down below for about $40 off. And if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe. We post brand new videos every single day. And don't forget, Tom and I are going live every single morning at Market Open on the new Stocked Up Live channel. The link is in the description down below. But thank you guys again. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments down below. But other than that, thanks for watching.